On this week's episode, it's another edition of My Portugal, where I speak to normal people who have found Portugal, fallen in love with Portugal, and made a home in Portugal. This week, I'm joined by Alain Christof, originally from Belgium, and we talk about how they are living the simple life here in Portugal. For those of you listening, head over to our YouTube channel and see some of the photos that we published during this episode. And for those of you watching, click down below and subscribe. And now, over to my conversation with Alain and Christof. Welcome back, or welcome to another episode of Portugal, the Simple Life. And we're in a super special and beautiful location today for another edition of My Portugal. And I'm joined by Alain and Christof. Hi guys.
Hi.
Thank you for being on the podcast. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
You're back in Portugal, so you are good.
Yes, always.
It's a beautiful day, so
it's beautiful. Well, for people that are watching, just tell us a little bit, and listening, of course, just tell us a bit about where we are right now.
So we are on a hill, really on a hill in Salida Matos. We're actually on top of it, and we see valley all over us. So it's a very beautiful setting.
Wonderful. Yeah, great.
Even when it's raining.
Yeah.
Even when it's raining, even then. Yeah, and then we've got a bit of clouds, and the sun sets right there.
Yeah.
It must be beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, we have the sun all day. It goes up the other side by the pool, then it goes around the house, and the sunset is
wonderful. We're going to get to how this house started and how this happened, but maybe you can start off by telling us a little bit about yourselves. Christof, if you want to go first.
Yes, I'm Christof, I'm 52 years old. We are a couple for around 27 years, I think. I'm a hairdresser, a professional hairdresser. I have my own salon for about 30 years, I think now. That's the story of my life. I never did anything else. So.
And you, Christof?
So I'm working in an insurance company. Worked there for 35 years, and I'm working a little less now to help also in the salon. We live near Ghent, in Belgium. So, it's nice. But we're looking forward to going on pension and coming living over here.
So the plan is to eventually move here permanently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. Ghent is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But this is very different.
Yes, completely different.
Completely different.
Well, let's take a bit back. You'd been to Portugal before you started this whole process of looking for a home. Tell us a little bit about your first trip to Portugal.
The first time we went to Portugal was to Évora. Évora and Lisbon. First Lisbon and then Évora. There was a very nice B&B run by two architects.
This is in Évora.
In Évora. Mm-hmm. And we just fell in love with the country, with the atmosphere, with I don't know how to say it. There is something here, I don't know how to explain, but it's something in the air, I think.
Yeah.
That's when we fell in love with Portugal.
Yeah. What were you expecting? Everybody comes to Portugal with an expectation based on what they've heard or what they've read. What were you expecting?
Well, actually, I think first of all you think of the good weather. You say you go to a country where there's nice weather, you can sit by the pool, you can have a nice walk. But actually we didn't expect really this. The nature, everything is so green, and the atmosphere really is something that we didn't expect. But was very nice. So.
What was your first impressions of Lisbon?
Nice, but we expected more of Lisbon the first time. But I think it was because we didn't know anything about it. Yeah. But now we go every time when we're here. We go 1 or 2 days to Lisbon, and we have now several addresses where we can have a nice lunch or shop nice or
just to walk around.
Just to walk around, to do a museum.
Which part of the city do you usually stay when you go to Lisbon?
Actually, the center.
In the center.
Avenida Liberdade, and then we go there.
And then we go up to Chiado.
Have you been to Fado to hear some Fado?
No, not yet.
first
The
time.
first time.
Yes.
Yes, the very first time.
Yes, first time.
But then we did a little bout, It's just we went to the restaurant and we didn't even know that it was there.
Yeah.
So we started eating, and they were and everybody was looking around, so please be quiet. So we didn't actually know what we were doing. We didn't know anything about it. Now it's different.
No, I know. And then, I mean, you guys did something that a lot of people on their first visits don't do. They go to the Alentejo. You went to the Alentejo.
Yes.
A lot of people in their first visit to Portugal, it's Porto or Lisbon.
Yeah.
And you went to the Alentejo.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Évora and your experience with Évora.
It was very hot.
Very hot.
When was it? What time of the year?
It was summer.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
summer.
okay, so it was cooking.
We had
Yeah,
about
that's
40
right.
degrees. It was really hot. But also at night it cools down, like here also. You have very cool nights, and that's also very nice.
Did you go into the chapel with the skulls?
Yes.
Yes.
It's creepy.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, but it's nice. You have to do it. Yeah. It's a nice place. Everywhere is very nice.
Yeah.
But quite
different than here, I
touristic.
think. Yeah.
The more you go down, the more touristic, and that is what we love here. It's
Quiet.
not that touristic yet.
So we have a lot of Belgian people are living or coming over here to Vos, near the lagoon, and also, but that's not our thing. We just want to be quiet, like we're here in the sitting room here. So.
Well, I mean, what happened, at what point, I don't know if it happened when you were in Portugal or happened once you got back from Portugal, but at what point were you thinking on that trip, hey, we should be looking for something here, or did something prompt that? Did something change your mind while you were in Portugal to make you think?
Not in Portugal
No.
itself.
It's quite a strange thing. My idea was, I always said, I want to build a house, but not in Belgium. We have our own house. It's an old house, completely renovated, but I wanted to build a brand new house, quite designable. But I didn't want to do it in Belgium. And suddenly there was something, and
There was a click.
Yeah.
there was a click.
But we also got a friend who had a house over here.
Okay. That's
know
Alex.
Yes,
In Fars,
yes.
We know him. He had restaurant.
So the seed had already been planted with Alex, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe, yes,
Yeah.
he
He talked about it.
he talked about it, and
we saw the
how
pictures
he
of
worked
it.
with Imo Portugal, and I think that was the thing.
Was the beginning, I think.
The beginning,
Yeah.
yes. But there was not an exact plan for being here at this moment.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
it just
It
happened.
just happened. You mentioned that there was that here in Portugal there's an air. You feel it in the air. There's something special. Can you describe that a little bit more? Did you feel that on your first trip? Was it kind of
Yes,
confirmed
Yeah.
for you?
I think the easiness. I think I could call it the simple life.
The simple
It's
life.
really the simple life. When you come here, we have both stressful jobs, both really we work from all day till night. And when we come here, it's I don't know what it is, but we do nothing. We can unstressed really. And I don't know what's in the area, but it's quiet and people are more easy going. Of course, you have to adapt because you want to do something in the house and you call someone, can you do that? In Belgium, we say, you should have come yesterday. Here we say, maybe in 2 weeks they'll come. So that's different.
Yeah. Well, when we enjoy, it's easy to enjoy the slow life. It's difficult when you need something done to enjoy the slow life. So it's that's something that you have to
But
do.
we're used to it now, so
We're used to it.
Yeah. Why not build a house in Belgium? What were your reasons for not wanting to do that?
I always said when I stopped working, I don't want to stay in Belgium because I want something different. I want something else. And we used to go traveling to Africa. We enjoy it a lot. But to build a house in Africa and stay there when you're getting older
It's more complicated.
is more complicated, I think. when you stay in Europe, Spain or Italy or Portugal, it's more easy when you have a health problem. You can always go to Belgium. You can have a good help here, and I think that's the thing to decide to do it
More
nearby than on the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's far away.
Yes,
And it's Africa.
yeah.
it's Africa.
Yeah,
It's a whole
Yes.
different country and culture is different, and I think we love it. It's really beautiful, and we love the people. Really, I think it's to live.
Yeah.
For us, Belgium, I think it's better to stay closer in.
So how did Portugal give you a good alternative to that African dream that you maybe had?
The quietness, I think. The quietness,
Yes.
the nature, really. It's a different nature, of course, in Africa than here, but it's also the nature.
Yeah, here you only have to worry about lizards.
No.
There you have some other animals.
Yeah, small ones. Small ones. Okay. No, it's we really like it over here. So it's
I think it's even more easy to live here than in Africa in general. When you need something, when you want something to do.
I think especially the parts that we would visit, like Kenya and Tanzania and all those. When you go to South Africa, I think it's different. It's two different
Yes.
countries, so I think that's something else.
Yeah,
Then you're again further away.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you have other issues to deal with in South
Yeah.
Africa with the
Of
crime and
Yeah.
things like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanzania and Kenya are relatively safe
Yeah.
in comparison.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you've spoken about having a quiet life here and having calm. This isn't. You didn't feel like this was possible to do that in Belgium. Have
No,
rest.
no.
and-
Not at all. Not at all. No, it's really
You live constantly in a competition.
yes.
Really. It's so like in the business we also have a clothing shop, a women's clothing shop, and then we have different clothing shop in the place where we are. People aren't. They are really competitors. It's so difficult. We like to do. Everyone does what he wants to do, but jealousy all over, and really, we hate that. We like to do our job, and everyone does his own job, and you want to get away from that.
So this really represents a kind of a haven
Yeah,
for you, where
Yeah.
you can just
Yes.
literally
yeah,
calm
really.
and free and
Yeah.
wonderful.
No
Yeah.
one bothers you, so everyone leaves you alone. So.
So when we have Portuguese guests on the podcast, we always ask them about their hometown and their home village. So what would you consider your hometown here? Would it be São de Matos? Would that be you consider your hometown?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
tell people about your hometown. What do you want them to know about it?
Well,
There is nothing.
there's
We only have a pharmacy, so that's everything. But we are 10 minutes away from Caldas, and in Caldas you have everything. So that's the nice part of being here. Here it's really quiet. There is nobody. There is no traffic here. When there is a car passing, we think, oh, we have a visitor, because there never is a car outside. So, but when you want to go to the city, it's only 10 minutes away. So
We have
that's
everything in
nice.
Sicala, so it's the same like in Belgium. Everything we want, you can buy over there, have over there, so no problem.
And the nice thing is, nobody can find this house because it's so difficult.
And I was driving here with Marissa, and she was saying, "How do you remember how to get to it?" I said, "I only came once. No, I didn't use GPS. I came on memory, so I was quite proud of myself. But I know the restaurant nearby, Manalvina.
Yeah.
So I knew that the last arrow to Manalvina, and then I mustn't tell people exactly where this is, but then another turn, and I knew that I was on the right track. So it was easy to find in the end. But I was a bit nervous at one stage. I thought, am I on the right road? Am I going the right way? Tell us about the journey. So you did all of this through Portugal.
Yeah.
Take us from the start. The start was first a conversation with Tim
Yeah.
in Antwerp.
No, he came to our house.
He came to your house?
Yeah, we asked about it, if there is a possibility. We saw the house on the plan.
Okay.
We saw the house on the plan and invited him in our home, and he explained everything, what would happen. And he said, the first thing he said, you have to go to the place itself, because where the house is going to be built, you have to love it, and if you don't love it, you don't have to pick that house, because that house is going to be there. You can't put it somewhere else. There are other projects, but that project is over there. So you have to first go and look.
So for the house, the design of the house, you already kind of sold on that? You thought this is the type of thing we want?
Yes.
We only saw the outside.
Outside,
Yeah.
not yet.
And then it was about the location.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that Tim maybe told you in that first interaction that gave you even more comfort, that you thought, okay, we're ready to go now and seriously look? Because now you're coming to Portugal, not on a holiday, but for a business.
Yeah.
What were some of the other things that he had mentioned to you or told you about Portugal that you thought, okay, this sounds good?
Not much actually. He really said before, you have to visit the area, you have to see if the area suits you, if you want to be there. And then we can talk, he said, if you're okay with it, then we can go on.
Because he's quite a serious guy, Tim. Very serious.
Yes.
But you felt calm. You didn't feel like
No, it was easygoing.
Yeah.
Really easygoing.
Yeah.
It was really easygoing.
So then take us to the next steps.
Yeah.
On the plane?
It was 3 months later, I think, because we didn't find the time. It was the end of October.
You took an option?
The option
to reserve it?
To reserve it, and they said, you have to go as soon as possible. So at the end of the first month we can go is January. We couldn't go because we have a business that is very busy in November and December. So and they said, okay, we'll keep it till January. I think the second week of January we came over here. And we met...
With my birthday.
Yeah. And we met Rita at the office. And she took us around. So
how was the weather? January, it's...
well,
it was quite okay.
Yes.
We had lunch in Foch, outside, in the sun.
Yeah, it was not so.
Nice for January. Nice for January. Yeah.
But she took first some existing projects. Let them see from this is how we build everything. That's the inside, and then we went. The last thing is we went here.
Came to a
place. Yeah, came to a place, and I know we went up the hill really, and that's where we came. And we saw.
What did it look like when you were here? Was it all sort of bushes? And, and you climbed
something
up?
like this, you know.
It was a disaster.
Yeah. We didn't see the plot because you have this one, we have the next one next to us, and we didn't even know how is this going to be. But we saw the view and really.
So you stopped at the bottom. And
you
stopped up at the top. So you didn't have to climb up.
It wasn't possible.
It wasn't
But
possible.
we came down to look around. How big is the plot? How is lights going up like this? And we first we say it's beautiful view, but we didn't really see it. We didn't see the plot. We didn't know. Then we went for lunch. I remember Rita asking us, "You're so quiet now," because we were talking all the time, and we said yes, but we have to think. We have to imagine what it's going to be. And then the next day, we came back by ourselves and went down the plot, measured everything, and then it started growing. And I think a few weeks later we decided that it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the process started.
What were some of the things you saw in those few days in the area and the feeling? I know we speak a lot about the feeling, but what were some of those things that you saw in that trip on those days driving with Rita that made you feel this is because one thing is the house, and the house needs to be nice, but you want to be in a place that makes you happy. You want to be in a place that feels good.
Yeah.
What were some of those things that you felt and saw while you were here that confirmed?
It just felt good.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It's again. I say it again. There is something in the air, but I don't know what it is. I think it's the easiness. It's the easy life. It's not fancy. It's not. What I like the most is when you go out. You can go out as you want. I can wear shorts and a t-shirt and go on my flip-flops. It's no problem. In Belgium, I can't do that. That's maybe one thing. I don't know, but it just feels good. We were sitting in Foch having lunch, a simple lunch, but it was okay. It was on a plastic chair and a plastic table. When I do it in Belgium, I go because I hate it, and here I don't have a problem with it. So it's completely different, and I think that's the thing what we like.
And actually, when we come, it's always the same. You forget what we do in Belgium, and you have another life here. You really have another life. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody's. Yeah, you depend from nothing. Mm-hmm.
Can you remember what you ate on that plastic table?
Yes, lamps
and measures. We had and the
measures would have been from the lagoon, right?
Yes. Yeah, they were really fantastic. Really.
Because you guys eat a lot of mussels in Belgium.
Yes.
So, then you come here and you experience something similar but different.
Yeah, but different.
It's different.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Because that helped. That helped that the food was good.
Yeah.
Yes, we are foodies.
We're going to talk about food because it's our favorite. It's one of our favorite subjects on the podcast. But take us through then the next episode. You visited with Rita. She was nice.
Yes.
Rita's very nice. It's quite funny going from meeting somebody like Tim, who's so serious, and then you've got Rita and Anna on the other side that are just calm and friendly and warm and lovely. It's a nice contrast, isn't it?
But that's the difference again with Belgium and Portugal. That's the people are different, really.
Yeah.
We have nice Belgian people, but it's different.
Yeah, I think the Belgians are very nice people.
Yeah.
But maybe you're just nice when you come somewhere else.
Yeah. It is. But I remember also Rita said when she was overlooking the contract, and we also asked everything. We wanted to change a lot of things out, not out, but inside. I know she was phoning always the architect or the builder if it's possible.
This is before you had made a decision.
The first time we came over here, so
we saw the plan, and we had a few questions about a bigger pool and other windows and things like that. And before we signed, we wanted to know what was possible for the plot.
Okay, so then you decided this is where we want it to be, this is the location we want, this is the house that we want. And the next step was then you dealt mostly with Anna through the process of the house being built.
Yes. She did almost everything with us. It was really nice because the outside of the house was okay, but inside I wanted something completely different than on the plan. So I redesigned the whole interior of the house, and she arranged everything with the builder and with the companies, and it's really okay. It's really nice. They did everything what we asked. They did.
It's a beautiful home. I told you the first time that we met. As you walk into the hallway, you've got this. You feel like in a fishbowl everywhere you look.
Yes.
Interesting perspective. So congratulations, it's a stunning house. But tell us what you love about this place.
What do we love about the place?
We are not going to give away the address, so no one's
what do we love about the place? The high ceilings, first of all. The big windows.
The setting also.
The setting,
like
the place where is it?
When you're here during the day and you look over there, it's like a postcard, really. It's really like a postcard. And it's like it's floating.
We always say we have a painting in front of us.
Yeah, you don't need any painting.
But it's a painting that changes every season. So every day when you look outside, you see something else. But it's really nice. It's really nice, even when it's raining. And I told you so.
I was a little afraid one time in the winter. I was standing here. It was really a storm, really. And we have the huge trees over there. And I was standing here, and the rain was really on the window. And I was standing here, and the window was moving like this. And I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen? We never had these big windows at home, so I phoned Anna to us. I said, Anna, what's happening? She said, oh, that's normal. If it doesn't move, it will break, she says. So she reassured that everything was okay.
Yeah, it's stunning. And in terms of the building and the quality of the construction,
Yeah,
you're happy with all of that?
Everything was done perfect, really.
Yeah.
And the things that were not good, few things that were not good, they fixed it afterwards.
I'm quite a perfectionist,
Yeah.
so
I didn't see that at all. I didn't think that
from the beginning they knew, okay, this is going to be difficult. But afterwards the builder said, no, you're not difficult.
You know what you want.
You know what you want. For us it's more easy because I say I want this and this and this and I want it so and so and so. No discussion. Do it like this.
I had a good contact with the constructor also.
Yes. Yes. Very nice man.
Very nice man, does his job very good and really.
Well, let's talk about people for a second, because all of these things are only possible with people.
Yeah.
And with good relationships with people. What do you want to say? You mentioned about Rita and Anna and the builder. What do you want to say about Portuguese people and your experience of interacting, dealing with, doing business with, meeting? Yeah. What do you want to say about the Portuguese people?
They are all friendly and they want to do everything good. They want you to feel comfortable. They listen.
I think sometimes they have the idea from it's going to be like this, but then we ask something else. And at first they're a bit skeptic about it, but then afterwards they talk about it and realize, oh yeah, actually, yes, we can do that. So they are open, their mind is first that you want to do, oh no, we do it like this, and then they really they listen to you, listen what you want. I think.
No, when we had an idea, I try to explain every time to the builder why I want something like this or like this or like this. And then he was looking at us, oh, that's a nice idea. I didn't think of that. So it's like an interaction between us and the people. And I think we learn a lot of the Portuguese people, but the other way around.
Yeah.
And I think that's nice. I think, nice people.
What have you said you learned? So what do you think that you've learned from Portuguese people?
The simple life.
The simple life.
Yeah, really.
Well, tell us about your simple life. I mean, Anna's told me some interesting things. You left bread at her doorstep the other day. That you like to go more. You said you don't like fancy. You like to go to the more tascas.
Yes.
That's very Portuguese. So
yes.
Really, I can see the influence rubbing off. But what do you? I mean, tell us about your simple life. Tell us what a normal day is for you here.
Actually, we don't have.
We don't plan.
No, we don't plan.
No,
that's really something we don't plan. We don't have to wake up. Normally.
7:30.
7:30. We're at home. I wake up at 5:30. Really.
Okay.
Yeah. Now here I sleep longer. Not later at 8 o'clock.
That's still early for Portuguese.
Yeah. So we wake up. We have breakfast, and then actually we don't know what we're going to do. Just depends when it's nice weather. We could say, oh, we read a book and sit outside, or we take the car, go somewhere. Try somewhere.
Going to have lunch in Foss.
Yes, something like that. Just, we have no plans. Just enjoying it while we're here. So, going to Lisbon once or twice when we are here. And,
Going to the markets.
Yeah.
The food markets.
To the bakery in the morning. Go to the bakery. Not every morning, but
very nice bakery.
In Sunny the Much?
No,
in Carlos.
in Kelder.
Really nice.
Yeah, very nice. A very small one. You can enter by two people can enter it. And
Okay.
that's it. But the bread is fantastic, really. Everything fresh. When I have the bulge with the crème de lait, it's like a cream. They make it while you are there. Because yesterday I was there and she said, "Yes, but are you going to eat it now?" I said, "Yes, because it's still warm. So if I put the cream in it, you have to eat it now." Or
Do you know what it's called?
No, I'm not sure.
No.
it's like in our place we have Boule de Berlin because
Yeah.
Berlin, but it's better here. They are a little bit bigger, like some sugar on it.
I call it Berlin.
So it's a ball of
Yeah.
jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a donut, but it's got the
Yeah.
inside.
But you have three sorts of cream. You have the marmalade, I think. Then you have two creams. One is more egg-based,
Like a
It's-
custard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's heavier. But the one is it's like a cream, milk cream is very nice. Yeah. So we often eat that.
How many have you had?
Every day one. So that's why there is fitness equipment downstairs.
Yeah, otherwise I don't know what will happen. And let's talk about food.
Yeah.
You guys are foodies.
Yes,
What do you
we
like?
love to eat.
Yeah, tell us what you like about the Portuguese food.
What we like most here is the sharing.
Sharing.
The sharing.
Yes.
That's what we like. In Belgium, they don't know that. Yeah, they start do some of them are starting.
Not everywhere.
Normally in Belgium is you have first course, main course, and maybe a dessert.
And everyone with their own.
Everyone is own. Yes, everyone eats it.
There are a few restaurants
A few, yeah.
where they do
Share,
sharing.
yeah. Okay. But here, everything you order, you share. Yeah.
We love the fish, the meat. There is a really wonderful meat restaurant in Kapel.
All the steaks,
Which one?
all the steaks, the Maria.
Maria Dela.
Yeah.
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 Really nice.
Oh, the food, really, the meat is so nice. Then when we go to San Martino, we have in Marginal. That's where all the
Yeah, the little tapas.
Yeah.
tapas.
Or petiscos.
Yeah.
Petiscos. You say petiscos?
Very nice.
Maratona in Caldas, and the new one we knew since last winter, Gio restaurant.
Gio. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
Really
It's
nice.
from Georgia.
Yes.
the
He has
food is
wonderful
amazing.
wine.
Yeah, he makes his own wine. So it's really
Yes. Nice things.
And then we go for a simple food. We go to Tavola in Vos. All nice people, very friendly. So when I phone in to reservation, it's Alan, it's you. It's really so nice, really. And you have simple food, really.
We went in, when we were last in Ghent, we went to a restaurant and I was quite surprised because we got told you have to be there at 7:30
Yeah.
and you have to leave by 9.
Oh yes, they do
shift.
two courses. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
They
normal?
also. Yes.
Oh,
And then you come here and you don't have to rush.
no.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
No, but that's the problem in Belgium. Or you eat at 7, or you eat at 9, because there are too many people. And I think you didn't have to leave at 9.
No, in the end we ended up sitting a little bit longer and, and we were quite relaxed, but it was that pressure at the beginning.
Yes. Yes.
Thing, and all you're doing is eating ribs. It's not
Yes.
complicated.
Yeah.
And, but it's one of the things that I hear people talking about all the time. Yeah, they say, but you go to a restaurant and you never feel like they're trying to get you off the table.
No. You can sit as long as you want here.
Yeah.
So. That's.
We went this last week, and then the people just asked us not to leave, but to say
It was 12
to
o'clock.
close. But we were there. We were 3 people with, we were there with Anna, so
With Anna.
we had 3 bottles of
She
wine,
looked
so it
very
was enough.
tired. She looked very tired the next day. I saw her the next morning and I thought, wow, what did you do last night? It was with you guys.
So it was
Yes.
normal that the restaurant was empty, so we were the last persons to leave, so that's not problem.
Let's talk about the wine.
It's also very nice. Really.
Red wine?
No,
White?
we
More white.
Okay.
more white, sometimes the red, but mostly the white, and we often go to the wine
Stade
store.
Liquida. In Foch, you have
Stade
Stade Liquida.
Yeah.
It's a big shop with wine. Oh, I love it.
In the industrial zone of Caldas.
Yeah, it's like a big supermarket only for wine. It's so nice. So we go home with.
It's more like a candy shop.
I think with.
I brought you red. I should have brought you some wine.
No, red is
Red's
okay.
also
I also drink red. It depends.
Yeah.
When it's a warm day and sunny like today, we more drink wines. But when it's more a cloudy day or a rainy day, then we take some. So it depends on what you eat and the atmosphere.
Also take the wine home from here, so you always come by car, so I can put everything in the car. So it's nice.
Yeah.
And then I see when the wine is almost gone, as I say, it's time to go to Portugal. And normally it's measured. Normally we know it's time. Yeah.
How many bottles do you take back?
50.
50?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you how long it lasts. I'm not going to go in that direction. That's,
But we have a lot of friends in Belgium, so everybody is coming over to have dinner.
Yeah.
That's right. Blame the friends.
And they always
blame the friends.
Yes.
Very good. Where else in the country would you still like to explore, visit, places that you want to
The
do?
north.
Yeah, we never been to the north. Like
Porto,
never been.
Douro, that kind.
We are planning to do that next summer.
Mm.
To do some days over there. See. Because it's also 200 kilometers.
It's not far. Well, nothing is far.
No, it shouldn't be. What really doesn't say anything to us is the south. The Algarve. That's really, I don't know why, but I think for us it's too touristic. I think. Never been there, but
That's what also the Portuguese people say. Algarve is not Portugal.
Yeah, there's a bit of that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's nothing like this. You wouldn't have a situation like this where you're 5 minutes from the beach, but you're surrounded by vineyards and pears and
Yeah.
horses. You've got horses
Yes.
down there. I just noticed them just now.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think Portuguese people should be proud of their country? What do you think they should be proud of?
Everything. They have good food, good wines, beautiful nature. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful history, beautiful old buildings everywhere. It's.
The people are genuine. I think. In Belgium we have more and more less people that are really honest. You know?
Mm.
They're honest to you. You say it's like that. It's like that. We like to do that. To say if I don't like anything, I say I don't like. And people you have to sometimes to discover are they real or are they not real. I think people over here are real.
For people that are doing wanting to do what you've already done, coming to look at Portugal, considering having a home here, what some advice that you would give to people that want to go on this journey?
Follow your heart.
Yeah. Visit it. Look around.
Come
over here. Look around.
And feel Portugal. I can't explain, but you have to feel it. And when you have a good connection and you feel this is okay, just jump. Just jump. We did also. So.
That's also different what people want, of course. A lot of people who want to be all together. We don't like that, so you have to do what you want. Everything is possible. You have surroundings where there are houses next to each other when you want to connect with all the people. That's not our thing, but you can choose, really. So many things are possible. Really.
Yeah. Guys, this has been a great conversation. I'm going to soon eat one of these cookies because this cookie's been looking at me for the last 30 minutes. But I don't want to make crunching sounds. But
it was just for the video. So.
You're saying I'm allowed to eat? A question that we ask all of our guests who do the My Portugal series, for both of you, what makes this Portugal your Portugal?
A simple life.
A simple life, yes.
Yeah. I think that says it all. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. To enjoy life, really, and enjoy the real life, I think, the genuine life. That's it.
Yep. Guys, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I'm going to let you call it. That's a wrap. So thank you once again to Alain and Christof, and thank you to all of you for listening. Please subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and please leave a comment or a review. We always love to hear from you. Don't forget, Portugal The Simple Life also has a magazine, so download it. It's for free. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and as we say in Portugal, sejas bem-vindo. Welcome to The Simple Life.